Listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. Bro, The Last of Us is a fucking show. Put that in your mind. The greatest video game probably ever made. I have it in my top 3, definitely. It's so hard to bet against GTA 5. I mean, I understand for the video game fanatics, we know that Grand Theft Auto 5 open world, story mode, customization, originality it's so hard to bet against GTA 5 as the greatest game in modern history, I should say. The Last of Us is literally number 2. And listen, if anybody is to say that The Last of Us is the greatest game of all time, I won't disagree. I will not disagree. There's nothing to argue. There's nothing to argue. Other than the fact that Grand Theft Auto just has much more to do, as opposed to a linear story, as opposed to an open world story mode. Let's just say that. Let's just say this: Rockstar does not get enough credit for what they've done with Grand Theft Auto 5. There's a reason why they're still making new aspects of that game in 2022 or 2023, pardon me. And that game came out in 2013. The exact same could be said about The Last of Us. They're making The Last of Us. They've made The Last of Us 5 different times. And it's the same game. And guess what? It still sells by the millions. There's a reason why. For one, I want to just say to all the other reacting channels, I hate you so much. But when I say I hate you, I love you. This is a joke. But for whatever reason, I haven't had the best of luck on the technical side, so I can't do reactions to it. It won't let me. Everybody know it's a OBS and Firefox and of course copyright. It's just, for whatever reason, anytime I try to record, it just doesn't work. OBS refuses to work when I try to react to it. So I'm stuck doing reviews. But you know what? Damn it. If this is how I gotta do it, this is how I'm gonna do it. Cause I don't think I've ever watched this much TV in years. Alright. Now I got a list. And this is only episode 1 that we're gonna do. I'm also doing episode 2 right after this because I'm already a week behind. But so we're gonna make this short. And episode 2 we're gonna get in depth. But let's start here, right? Episode 1. Alright, let's just start with the backstory and the intro, okay? The intro. I love the intro. I love the scientific element that they added to it. It pretty much gave it backstory. Of course, for those who, and look, this is episode 1, so if you ain't seen the first episode, I don't know what to tell you. Of course, as we all know, that was not in the game. So the fact that they added that element to it, I love it. I absolutely love it. The dialogue. Let's go straight to the dialogue. I'm so happy. Shout out to hold on. That was for HBO, right? That was for HBO. Because this is the thing, right? It's been it's pretty, I want to use the right words. Let's just say the adaptation from video games to TV is not good. And the primary reason why it's not good is because a lot of these companies, they just see dollar signs because they see how well these video games do. And then so they try to turn them into TV shows and films when they really don't have an appreciation for the video game and the actual creators of the video game. Prime example, Max Payne. If you remember a few years ago, there was a Max Payne film. And Hollywood basically said, hey, We'll take a guy that pretty much looks like Max Payne, Mark Wahlberg, and hey, the same love and appreciation the video gamers had, they'll have it for the film. No, that's not how this works. You can't just take an A-list celebrity and an A-list actor, put them in one of the most iconic franchises of all time, and think that it's going to be a blockbuster because you took a A-list celebrity and a very popular video game series and think it's going to work. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's why so many video game fans, we hate immediately when we find out that a game is going to be turned into a film, because we know Hollywood, these producers, these execs, they're not going to do it right. They're not going to give it justice. HBO, at least in episode 1, we gotta. This is a series. We can't. I would love to give y'all all y'all flowers now, but this is a series. I gotta see if y'all gonna fuck up at some point. I'm not wishing it. I'm not hoping it. I am just saying that I'm saving myself from heartbreak. I would love to fully invest my love and gratitude, but we all know, especially if you watch a lot of TV show series, which I don't, but I do watch a couple. You start off strong, and then towards the end you get lazy, or you start to do too much, or because of the praise that you got early in the series, you start to think you get big-headed and you start doing stupid stuff towards the end. I believe the whole season is filmed already, so they don't have a chance to F it up. But I want to save my complete gratitude until we get further into the series. But at least in episode 1, the fact that y'all kept a lot of the original dialogue and even the stuff that you added, I appreciate it. Because we all know if you play the video game, you get straight to it. You get straight to it. You get boom, 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 boom. Because this is the first episode, you kind of want to drag it along a little bit. You got to add a little bit more to it. So I appreciate that. Let's go to, I got a whole list here. Let's go to the characters, okay? Now, I'm not going to lie. Sarah surprised me. I did not expect to see. I know Hollywood has been on a, let's be a little bit more diverse in casting. Let's have a little bit of everything. And, you know, I'm just being blunt and just being completely honest. I did not expect an African American girl. I did not. I mean, if you played the video game, you know that Sarah, she had a very country accent, little blonde girl. I forgot exactly how old Sarah was, but I did not expect that. And she played, hold on, let me get her name. Sarah in The Last of Us TV show. Sarah, The Last of Us show. What is your name? Nico Parker. Phenomenal. She did a phenomenal job. Her sense of humor, it was spot on. The relationship, the dynamic of the relationship between Joel and Sarah, and that whole daddy-daughter combo, they nailed it to a T. I actually even added a little bit more to it, because again, they had to give it a little bit more, so we actually get a better sense of their relationship in the show as opposed to the game. I actually like that. They did a very good job in that. Okay, Joel. Let's get his name. Let's give everybody their flowers. Joel, The Last of Us. I don't know why Noel popped up. Joel, The Last of Us TV show actor. What is your name? Pedro Pascal. And I feel like I've seen him in some other work, but I can't put my mind on it right now. So far, so good. He's doing a great job. hats off to you. You are playing a very important role, young man. My fingers are crossed and I'm praying for you throughout the duration of this series because, listen, this is a big deal. I hope everybody involved with this series, in front and behind the camera, understand how serious this is. You're doing a good job so far. I love the southern accent isn't as prominent as Joe's, but he's doing a pretty good job. The voice, everything, it sounds really, really good. What's my man name? Tommy. Let's get Tommy. Let's get him. Gabriel Luna. Is he the real voice actor? He sounded exactly like Tommy. Like, he did Tommy so much. Doesn't really look like Tommy, but, and we'll get into that afterwards. Because, like I said, I didn't expect to see a black girl as Sarah, and she actually nailed it. I'm one of those. I would much rather you get the people to act properly than get somebody that looks like somebody and they suck. I'd much rather you... Listen, if this was The Last of Us and they completely changed everything in regards to the characters, it would piss me off a little bit. But if the story was still good, I would appreciate it. I'd much rather you get the right actors and actresses than trying to get people that look like people and it don't work. So I just wanted to say that. Tess, Anna Torv. Oh my goodness. Is this her in real life? Oh my gosh. Shout out to the makeup team. If this is how Anna Torv looks, just, oh my gosh. Hey, look, and I had this on my list. The makeup and set design is phenomenal. But now that I'm looking at Anna Torv, oh, she deserves all the, like, oh my goodness. She looks incredible. And the fact that what they were able to do, oh my gosh. Shout out to the makeup team. That's all I can say. Shout out to the makeup team. They transformed her into Tess. And I'm not going to lie, the first episode, I wasn't too fond of her acting. I'm not the biggest fan. But I just saw episode 2. We're talking about episode 1 right now. I wasn't the biggest fan of her acting in episode 1. I wasn't the biggest fan of her character in episode 1. But she did grow on me. We'll just say that. And to Marlene. Who played Marlene? Everybody deserves their flowers. Marie Dandridge. Is she the real Marlene? Because she also sounded exactly like Marlene. Like, I really want to say she was the voice actor for Marlene. She sounded spot on. She looked spot on. Phenomenal. Her acting was actually really, really good. And again, to the story itself, I appreciate them staying true to the script and adding what needs to be added when necessary. That's the key to a great adaptation. When you just add what needs to be added, but it's like a perfect road. The Last of Us, the game, is a perfect road. Obviously, in television and film, you got to add some stuff. Just add a street light, maybe add an exit every now and then, but do not touch the road. Don't touch the road. Don't add stuff. Don't do this. Don't do that. Just stay on the road and just add what needs to be added. But don't touch the road. That is what HBO is doing. I'm proud of them. I'm thankful for them. Like I said, I'm keeping this short because I'm going straight into episode 2. This is going to be one video and I'm about to do episode 2. So if I had to rate the first episode on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 9. I mean, the things that they did change, like instead of a car crash in the intro, they do a plane. I wasn't upset about that. I'm trying to think anything else that they changed. The watch, instead of it being a new watch that Sarah bought, it was a watch that she fixed. Um, I guess a very small detail, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it at all. Um, I'm trying to think the scene of how Sarah is introduced to the clickers and zombies. Um, the fact that they changed it from you know, Jimmy busting into the glass door, and you know that instead they had a grandma and she was sick and this whole thing. Um, I'm not mad at that. That was fine. That was fine. I'm trying to think what else did they change. Oh, I would be so stupid not to mention the scene of all scenes, the death of Sarah. They did a phenomenal job. Honestly, the only reason why I don't give them that extra point, you know what? Fuck it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Because that scene is the make or break scene. That scene, I think I can speak for all the Last of Us video game fans. That scene, it's so important that if they fuck that up, we would not watch the rest of the series. If they ruined that one scene of Sarah's death, if they touched anything about that scene, this series would be over. They knew better. They knew, hey, if it's one scene that we should not touch, we shouldn't change dialogue. We shouldn't change how it happens. We shouldn't change the clothes they wearing. We shouldn't change. They did exactly what they were supposed to do. Exactly. And because of that, I'm going to give episode 1 a 10 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. That's a great way to start. But guess what? We about to go straight into episode 2. That one going to be a little bit more in depth. So I appreciate y'all for watching this one. Go ahead and watch the next one. But until next time, welcome to the Double M B Mob channel. As always, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, peace.